I made a video a while back, like in the middle, at the end of the summer, right before the NFL season start. I said to bet the Philadelphia Eagles to win the NFC East at plus 130. By the time the season started, that number had closed to minus 130. Okay, we now look at the division odds after the somewhat sluggish start from the Eagles. I don't know if it's that sluggish. I think they had a pretty hard schedule to start. This team's now plus 110 to win the division. And I like it again. I'm not going to bet it just because I have 2 units already on plus 130. But I think if you haven't gotten that plus 130, you didn't get the number. I think now is the time to jump on the number. And I think by the title of this video, you can see where I'm going to go here. Because I think a lot of people are like, the Commanders are good. The Commanders are awesome. They're going to be legit. And I think that's very easy to say. Right? You look at this Commanders team, they're really hot. They came off a big win against the Bengals on Monday Night Football. Jaden Daniels looked amazing, unreal, right? And they win that game, and they go and beat the Cardinals. Well, Cardinals have one of the worst defenses, though. I don't know if people know that. And the Commanders' offense is just clicking right now, right? They now play the Browns at home, and this is where just one of the spots where everyone thinks the NFL is going to zig and it zags. Like, this is the game the Commanders are supposed to win, and they're playing a legit, real defense in the Cleveland Browns here. A good front seven. I mean, when's the last time they played a good front seven? Maybe the Giants. And the Giants did hold them to a good amount of points, right? Maybe even should have won the game if they had a kicker, right? The reason why I like the Eagles are 2-2. They should be 3-1 for real. They should have beat the Falcons. This team should be 3-1. They have one of the worst turnover ratios. Turnover ratios, so important. They have one of the worst turnover ratios in the NFL. That's gonna regress a little bit back to the normal. Okay, they're gonna win some turnover battles here. It's gonna regress. And they're so banged up. They get a bye this week. They need it desperately. They get it, right? No A.J. Brown. No Devontae Smith. I think Lane Johnson was hurt last week. They're missing a couple of guys on defense. They're banged up completely. They get the bye. Huge for them. Plus, we look at the future schedule. It's one of the easiest in the NFL. One of the easiest schedules in the NFL. We now turn to the Commanders, who have one of the best turnover ratios in the NFL. I think it's the second best turnover ratio right now in the NFL for the Commanders. That's going to regress. People are going to start to figure out Jaden Daniels a little bit. He's going to make a mistake or two. He's a rookie. It's going to happen, right? And they have one of the harder schedules moving forward. I think it's like the 9th hardest schedule, something like that. I still like the Eagles, plus 110. I think it's a pretty good price. And you could look at the Cowboys. Maybe some people are like, maybe the Cowboys win this division. Well, back-to-back winners hasn't happened in forever in this division, so I don't think it happens this year. Also, this Cowboys team is not good. Like, let's look at their wins. They beat the Browns, who were garbage. They can't score offensively. The defense was able to do enough to stop the Browns. They were able to score on that defense. And they beat the Giants. And the Giants aren't good, right? The Giants aren't. They're a below-average team, right? And in MetLife, it was somewhat of a struggle. If a couple things bounced a different way, they might have lost that game. Eagles, plus 110 is the play. Are the Commanders legit? Are they really good? They might be good, a good team, a solid team. They could easily finish second in this division. I honestly probably would have predicted they would finish second in this division. I don't know if they're elite. I still consider the Eagles healthy, an elite team. And they're a different team when they have both their receivers in A.J. Brown and Malik Neighbors out there on the field. And when we're going to start to see that more and more. I think this team gets better with time, and they're going to verse worse teams. And their turnover ratio is going to regress back to the normal, right? I think the defense and offense are going to get better too for the Eagles because they got the new coordinators coming in. Takes time to adjust maybe there. Take the Eagles here. Commanders, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Pump the brakes a little bit with the Commanders. We got to see a little bit more from them. If they go out there and smoke the Browns, which is possible because the Browns are bad, I'm still not going crazy for this team yet. And if they do smoke the Browns, this number for the Eagles might go up even more. So do with that as you will. My name is Joshua. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you.